Hi everyone, Caroline here. So today I want to share with you about a dream about a spying technology or a tracking device that I saw and how the government issued these kinds of technologies to unsuspecting people who were just there to apply for passports, okay? So I'm wondering whether you have been experiencing some of these dreams which are not psyops. They are really dreams that are showing you what's really happening behind the scenes. I've had some of these dreams. I've just never shared them before, but this one was really interesting because I just know that, or I kind of feel that this is coming in our future. As a matter of fact, I think it's in use. I mean, ordinary people who have never ever seen these types of things. Why do you think that these types of things show up in our dreams with such precision? Like things that me, Caroline, how on earth would I ever know anything like this? How would I see things like this? Unless, of course, Spirit has revealed these things to me, or for some reason I traveled in dream world to see those particular things so that I can be aware. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe it's going to happen to me. Maybe it's going to happen to the people I know or whatnot. But anyway, I just want to put this out there just in case some of you have been having similar dreams. I've listened to some people talking about some things and I just kind of feel like, okay, we might be onto something. We definitely are onto something. So anyway, I had this dream, and in the dream, I saw a lot of people that I know. You know what I mean? People from my past, people from high school, people in my neighborhood and whatnot. And we were all assembled in this government building, supposedly applying for a job. And the interesting thing is that most of the people who were applying for these jobs, these people that I knew, we were all women. So we entered this building, and behind the counter were men who were accepting applications and the women were applying for this job. So we go in there, and as soon as we get in there, you type out the application, you present it to the guy behind the counter. And what happened is that for all of us, as soon as we gave the applications to the guy behind the counter, we were being asked for our cell phones. So you give the application, they take your cell phone, and then they use this gadget to zap your phone. And that action disables your battery. Your phone dies. You can't be tracked, and it erases the contacts information. You cannot contact anyone. As soon as you submit the application, it's over. It was just that kind of thing that was happening. Application, your phone, zapped. That's it. So in the dream, when they took my phone, I was trying to protest and say, oh my gosh, I haven't notified my dad that, I'm here and whatnot. And the guy was like trying to, make it seem like it's just nothing. He was like, no, it's okay. We'll notify everybody. Don't worry about it. And it was kind of understood that that was it. Like you kind of knew that that was it. That explanation sounded alarming, but there was just nothing we could do. Anyway, it was a dream. Then after that, we were issued with passports. And then the interesting thing about these passports is that they were fire engine red, almost the Chinese red dragon color, the one that you can see, that red color that you usually see in Chinatown or whatnot. That was the color of the passport. And then the passport had writings in gold. So it was like, okay, now we have this red passports with this gold colored writings on it. Then we were told that these passports were spying passports. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, what kind of job is this? So in my head, I'm kind of thinking about this, but I'm already caught up in this thing. So what happened was that imagine if you have a red passport. And by the way, I don't mean any kind of harm to any person who is a holder of a red passport. This was just a dream, okay? So don't get it twisted. Anyway, so imagine that you have a passport and it's red, right? So the passport cover, as soon as you open it, this way, the cover, the front page of the passport, as soon as you open this cover and then you turn it to face the other direction, you can see the person's bio data. Whoever sits standing in front of you, you can see all the information. It was showing up like some of those holograms in the Matrix, those things with lines that you can see in sci-fi movies that's reading your bio data or your biometrics, and it's providing information. So we were given these passports, and then everywhere we went, we were told that if you want to find out anything about anyone, take your passport, open it up and just put it this way, and then all the information about the person who's standing in front of you is going to become visible to you, and then that information is going to be going into some database. So we were being sent somewhere, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? What is this? What is this? Like, it was just the craziest kind of thing. And it just showed me how sometimes information comes to us by spirit, or through spirit, to help us become aware of what might be going on. So in the future, if I go into a place, man, I'm just going to be looking very, very carefully to see that, the front cover of any kind of passport or any government document has nothing behind it. I mean, but how would I know? How would I know? You know what I mean? These things are so sneaky. So it's just like, okay, a lot of things are being revealed and it's just so amazing. I'm just thinking that, wow, what else is happening behind the scenes? What else? And how else can we keep noticing these things? Believe me, information is just not coming through the way it used to come before. It's coming through all channels. So the most important thing is for us to be alert and to be aware of how things are happening these days. Nothing is just as it seems. You know what I mean? And those old ways of maybe getting information are now becoming redundant because they've been used over and over again, and people are saturated with receiving information from that point. And the interesting thing is that even a lot of people don't even care about the old modes of receiving information. They've just become kind of numb to it. So new, fresh ways are being injected because we are new, fresh beings right now. We are now operating on a crystalline matrix, you know what I mean? And that is like expanding the ways we are receiving information. It's also multidimensional and it's happening really fast. So to me, it really seems like there'll be no privacy in the future. Things are just going to be tracked. At this moment, there's so many AI things that are coming into our spaces that are tracking each and every little thing. You know what I mean? There's no privacy at all. Things are being tracked. Every little gadget, every little device is a tracking device. And this does not mean you should live in fear. I mean, what have you to fear anyway? You know what I mean? If they want information, let them have it. You know what I mean? If whatever, you know what I mean? The thing is, just stay in your truth, stay in your light, and you're going to be protected. And please keep in mind that the fact that you receive these kinds of dreams, even if you're in the dream, it does not mean that you are the person who's going to be propagating that thing. The reason you're in that dream is for you to see how these things are working. You know what I mean? So you're a messenger. So you get the information so that you can relay it out there if necessary. You have to be guided by spirit sometimes on what to say and what not to say. Just as I am always guided, what I want to share and what not to share. If it's not to be shared, I'm not going to share it. But this, I think, is really important because a lot of people are relying on the government, relying on external factors to do a lot of things for them. So this is going to be really important for you just in case you're deciding to take on that job, that's taking you somewhere that requires a passport. And that passport might be used to do other things that you do not want, right? Or you might not be privy to, and you'll be caught up in this trap because it's probably going to be something that you have to do. And nobody will know about it because they'll take all access to other people around you away from you. And you might just be you, yourself, and the government, okay? So, I mean, this is crazy. I never think about things like this, but I'm beginning to start thinking about things like this because I think it's important and we can't just be blind to all the things that are happening out there. So let me know if you've had some of these interesting dreams and what kind of information was shared, and do we need to know? Let me know, and stay clear of those tracking devices and spying passports. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.